Hey everyone, this is Jeff with Creative IT Resources. We've got a fresh installation of Windows Server 2008 R2. We've patched it all up. Now we're ready to install Active Directory's role, and we have to do a couple maintenance steps beforehand. So let's jump right in. First thing we need to do is we need to set the network adapter to a static IP address. We'll go into the IPv4 settings or properties, and this is where we'll set that. Give it my gateway IP for the DNS. One other thing that I'm going to do is in the system properties, computer properties, I want to rename this to a little bit more user-friendly name. During my installation process, I gave it a default name, and I don't really want to use it. So let's give it something a little bit more logical. We'll just call this domain controller test 01. And this is going to prompt us for a reboot. And let's restart that, and as soon as it comes back, we'll continue on. Okay, we just finished the reboot. Now let's begin. We want to go into the control panel server manager. So control panel, administrative tools, server manager. And in here, we have the roles, and we'll notice we're starting with a clean slate, right? So there's no other roles installed. So we want to add a role, and here we're going to, this, by the way, this is just some additional information, stuff that we've already taken care of, static IP address, it's patched up, administrator of account, strong password, I hope you've already done that. So click next, and we want to check or enable Active Directory. It also prompts us to install dependency of .NET Framework 3.5.1, so we add that. And we could also install the DNS from here, but notice it'll give us a notification that it will be installed during the Active Directory configuration wizard. So we're not going to worry about that right now. So as long as we have Active Directory domain services checked, we're good to go. So click next, next, and then install. Now that's completed, we'll click close, and we want to click on the Active Directory domain services. That's the easiest way to get to the installation wizard. Click on that. Here near the top it says Run Active Directory Domain Services Installation Wizard. We want to click on that and begin that process. Next, some additional information. We're going to create a new domain for us. Let's give this a name of domain01.local. So one thing, while it's verifying the NetBIOS name you just saw, you want to make sure that you're not using the same domain name as your server name. So say, for example, we name this DCTest01. We don't want to have a domain of DCTest01 because the NetBIOS name will conflict and want to use something different. For example, DCTest010 or something to the effect. So something to be aware of. So let's continue. Let's use the latest configuration that was possible to give us all the latest and greatest features. Now we have to install the DNS server. We mentioned that earlier. We're going to go ahead and do that now, and we're going to install it on the same server. It actually, if it's on the same, DNS is on the same domain controller, Works well. They integrate real nicely. For larger networks, of course, you're not going to do that, but for this particular video, we're going to do the same. This is just basically who is the authoritative DNS. We'll continue past this. Where the files are to be saved, and give it some common password you're familiar with, or please be sure to document. Okay, the installation completed. Click Finish, and let's go ahead and do a reboot. Alright, we've rebooted. Let's enter in our new password for domain administrator. Takes us in. Now we have a full-blown domain controller for our network. Quickly verify what we've got. We can go into Administrative Tools and Active Directory Administration Center. We can go into our domain controller here, and we can actually take a look at everything on this forest. That's it. Have fun.